Hello and welcome to EastMojo. I am Kalyan Dev and we join you live today for the special coverage of the Tripura Assembly election. Like many other states, Tripura has been marred by unemployment, inflation, violence, indigenous rights and many such issues. How crucial a role will these issues play as the people of Tripura cast their votes today? Will the Congress-CPIM alliance be able to overthrow the BJP government? Will the TIPRA Motha play the role of the kingmaker? Or will the TMC grab a major chunk of constituencies in Tripura? We are not too far away from the answers, but before we get there, it is important that we discuss some of the core issues related to this year's polls. Voting for the 60 constituencies began today at 6 a.m. And as of 10 a.m., 5% voting has already been done. You can see the visuals from polling stations on your screen as voters from different walks of life are lined up to cast their votes. On your screen are the visuals from Sepahijala district, West Tripura district, East Tripura districts and Dholai district. These are visuals from earlier today as people have gathered outside the polling stations. Voting for the gathered at the polling station to cast their vote. 6 a.m. And as of 10 a.m., 5% voting has already been done. You can see the visuals from. So those are the visuals from polling stations from earlier today, and as you could see, people in large numbers have lined up. But as of 10 a.m., like mentioned earlier, 7% of voting has been done so far. Moreover, I would also like to mention here that we are sticking to data from the Election Commission website, and I would like to assure you that we are only providing the facts here, and we are not exaggerating any number here. But before we move ahead, please allow us to refresh your memory and let us take a look at what happened in 2018. The BJP in alliance with the IPFT ended the over 2-decade rule of the CPIM, and on 9 March 2018, a young and dedicated Karyakarta of the RSS and the BJP took oath as the Chief Minister of the state. That was not all though. He was also seen touching former Chief Minister Manik Sarkar's feet and seeking his blessings. The visuals on your screen are from March 9, 2018, when a young Biplab Deb took oath as the Chief Minister of Tripura.
পরায়ণতার সহিত সম্পন্ন করিব এবং ভারতীয় সংবিধানের অনুযায়ী ভয় অনুগ্রহ প্রতি বা বিদ্বেষ মুক্ত থাকিয়া সর্বশ্রেণীর লোকের প্রতি ন্যায় আচরণ করিব। আমি শ্রী বিপ্লব কুমার দেব ভগবানের নামে।
Soon after he took oath, he was seen touching Manik Sarkar's feet and seeking his blessings. The crowd roared when leaders from two different ends of the spectrum, the right wing and the left front, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Manik Sarkar shared the same stage and even greeted each other. On camera, mute one. এইটো ভিজুৱেলটো শেষ হ'ব তাৰে পিছত অন স্ক্ৰীন আনিব। That was Prime Minister Narendra Modi walking out of the stage along with former Chief Minister of Tripura Manik Sarkar, who had been Chief Minister for 4 times. The BJP contested in 51 seats and won 36 seats with 10,25,670 votes. Their alliance partner, the Indigenous People's Front of Tripura Land, contested in 9 seats and won in 8. They got a total of 1,73,603 votes. The CPIM, which was in power until then, contested in 57 seats but could only win 16. However, the vote margin was not much. While the BJP had won with 10,25,670 votes, the CPIM got 9,93,605 votes, a difference of only 32,068 votes. And don't be amazed, I did not do the math right away. I had it calculated before entering the studio. Anyway, the TMC, which has carried out massive campaigns this time with star campaigners like Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee, Sushmita Dev and many others, had also contested in 2018. The TMC contested in 24 seats but could not win any of them. They could manage only 6,989 votes. So these are the numbers from the 2018 elections. And on camera নিব লাগিব ইয়াতে কোনোবা আছে নে ৰাণা আছে তাতে সো সেইখিনি যাৰ টিএমসি শেষ হ'ল তাৰপিছত কংগ্ৰেছ মেনশন কৰা নাই নেকি
না কংগ্ৰেছ মেনশন কৰা নাই কংগ্ৰেছ
নাই কংগ্ৰেছ নাই আচ্ছা কংগ্ৰেছটো গুচাই দিয়া তেনেহ'লে আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে okay so we have come a long way since then and a lot has changed since then. Leaders have jumped ships, new political parties have emerged and new alliances have been formed and many more. But before we move ahead, let me update you on the voting process. Voting for the 60 constituencies began today at 6 a.m. and as of 10:30 a.m. 8% voting has already been done. Visuals on the screen. एखिन जगह राखो visuals. So these are the visuals from polling stations from across the state from earlier today. We have visuals from West Tripura, East Tripura and Dhalai district as polling began at 6 a.m. today. People in large numbers had gathered at the polling stations. In fact, you can also see a lot of security personnel has been deployed to avoid any kind of untoward incident during the voting process. Joining me in the studio is Amit Kumar, Executive Editor of EastMojo. Welcome, Amit. March 4, 2018 was a historic day for the BJP in Tripura. They had toppled the over 2-decade regime of the left front and went on to form the government with the IPFT by their side. But a lot has changed and a lot has happened since then. If we look at the political developments, one major development that took place was Sudeep Roy quitting the BJP and joining the Congress.
Yeah, I think when we look back at the 5-year tenure of the BJP, many people will say that the changing of the CM was one of the defining factor and probably is. But for us, we saw that there were disconcerts amongst the party and there was rumbles of revolt that emerged in the party with the initially the to and fro going on between Sudeep Roy Burman and Biplab Dev and finally leading to Sudeep Roy Burman quitting the party and the journeyman that he is. Many people thought that he will come back to BJP because at least for some of the viewers who do not know this, Sudeep Roy Burman was in Congress, then he moved with lots of other leaders to TMC, then he came to BJP just before the elections, helped form the government with the BJP, was a health minister also, and we'll come back to that later when we talk about the pandemic in Tripura. And then he quit BJP and then went back to Congress. And I think for us, that was the first instance where we realized that despite having the mandate, the BJP, it was not going to be all smooth sailing for the party.
Okay, so not just Sudeep Roy Burman, in fact there have been a lot of leaders who had jumped ships, not just from BJP but from other parties as well. One major development that took place was the return of Pradyut Manika Dev Burma in Tripura's politics with TIPRA Motha. Now, back when he announced TIPRA Motha's formation, it was a social organization. How important do you think Pradyut's role will be in this election, especially after the relationship with the BJP when the BJP said that there will be no division in Tripura?
I think the CA movement, when we look back at it, and it not just galvanized politics to a large extent in Assam, but across the northeast, and amidst the the entire noise around Assam, we had forgotten how big a role it played in Tripura, and Pradyot is a brilliant example of that. When we asked him about TIPRA being a social organization, he clarified that it was not so much of a social organization as an organization with a social cause, which probably explains it better. And that explains why he jumped head on with TIPRA Motha into elections, because he also has time and again reminded us that he was not able to use the term, he was not able to do politics in Congress because of so much of infighting, and Congress being the organization that Congress is. And I will not be wrong in saying that at least as of today, not only local media houses but also national media houses have realized that he can very well be the kingmaker in Tripura. So that today's polling will be the litmus test for them. But I definitely think that whatever happens on March 2, Pradyot will have a big role to play in that.
So speaking of local media, we are now being joined by Mr. Shekhar Datta, the editor-in-chief of TripuraInfo.com.
Hello. শুনিছানে মোৰ মাতটো?
আচ্ছা, শুনা পাই আছো।
ওলাই আছো।
আকৌ এবাৰ সেইখিনি কৰিম হা, নিতুঞ্জয়। So speaking of local media, we are Nitunjay EP off নকৰিবা। আৰু ভলিউমটো বঢ়াই দিয়া, EP আকৌ শুনা মানে EP off নকৰিবা, বাৰে বাৰে কৈ আছো। So speaking of political developments, we are now being joined by editor-in-chief of TripuraInfo.com, Mr. Shekhar Datta. Good morning, Mr. Datta, and welcome to this special live program at EastMojo. My first question to you.
Good morning, Kalyan. Thank you for inviting me to be the part of the election session.
So me and my colleague Amit here, we were just discussing about how crucial a role will Pradyot Debbarma will play in the election process and in the outcome of the elections. So I would like to hear from you, what is your take on this? What do you think will be Pradyot Debbarma's role in 2023 elections?
The article relies largely or entirely on a single source. Relevant discussion may be found on the top page. Please help improve at the article by introducing citizenship bill.
Not here, sound to clear us.
Unisana?
No, sound to clear us.
By removing unsourced speculative content.
Okay.
The 2023 elections in India are expected to include those to the Rajya Sabha, to the state legislative assemblies of the 9 states and 1 union territory, and the local bodies.
Baapre, Iman English.
ভাল লাগছে না শুনি?
Pura ekdom.
আৰু কিবা কিবি পঢ়ো নেকি?
Acha, you can also ask something, matlab agar we can.
No, acha, listen. Listen. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
ठीक है.
The northeastern states where top leaders had stepped up their electoral shade work over the past few days is set to witness a triangular fight this time with the BJP, IPFT
Transition to Sabha, Nitunjay too.
to retain supremacy.
Supremacy नहीं, supremacy. Supremacy ना.
सुनाई दिया ना?
हाँ.
इसलिए गलती
हाँ.
बोला मैंने.
Supremacy. Football cover করি আছে.
rectify কেনে করবে কেনে কবা যে শুনি যে আছো.
ঠিক আছে.
হ্যাঁ.
এনেকুৱা নকব.
Thank you, Mr. Datta. And please don't go anywhere. Please stay with us. We will require inputs as the day progresses and as we continue the discussion. EastMojo editor-in-chief Mr. Karma Paljor also spoke to the Royal Scion a few days ago, and he had very interesting things to say regarding the greater Tripura land demand and the BJP. Here's a part of the interview. Etu nai ha tate dibo lagibo. It has
been stated by one of your ministers that you could provide direct employment to about 20,000 and indirect employment to about 4,000 people. So that's roughly about 400 a day.
No, even though I am telling you that we have never have committed, we have said the people have the earning facilities that we have given. above all, I can tell you, there are about 3,000 people who have passed the net. So we have given them the employment, and moreover we have JRBT, that result we have declared. There also about 5 to 6,000 people will have this employment. This problem can be solved, and moreover we have done so many in police also, about more than about 6,000 special executive we have created.
Timing countdown dite ken hoy yate. To watch the full interview, we have also shared the link to the full interview. You can find it in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would urge our viewers to please like, share and subscribe, and share EastMojo, all the social media pages including YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and also support us by becoming a member of EastMojo, and you'll find the link in the description and also on our website. Moving on to TIPRA Motha and their role in the upcoming election. The performance of TIPRA Motha at the TTADC elections also played a very crucial role. In fact, it played a very crucial played the role of a very crucial stepping stone in the party's growth. Amit, what do you think? How do you think that the TTADC elections turned out, or rather, do you think that TTADC elections turned out in favor of TIPRA Motha and helped it, make its roots stronger in the state?
Of course, see, before TIPRA Motha and the TTADC elections, at least if we went by numbers, we were made to believe that the indigenous people were voting for IPFT. That was the whole, IPFT's. What IPFT brought to the table was a consolidation of tribal votes. But let's not forget that TTADC's gain was also helping, so TIPRA Motha's gain also helped the BJP in one way. While TIPRA Motha did form took majority in the council, BJP improved its performance, right? And as a result, or some would say strengthened its performance, because see, in 2018, during the 2018 elections, out of the 20 ST seats, the BJP had got 10. So the BJP still has 10 of those seats as of now, and the TIPRA Motha has 8 of IPFT had 8 of them. So collectively they took 90% of the tribal votes, but on its own BJP had half the votes, half the seats, right? And in TTADC also they won 9 of the 11 seats that they contested. So that is a very, very good strike rate of 90%, for example. TIPRA, we have done the story on this. The rise of TIPRA came at the cost of IPFT, not at the cost of BJP. BJP still has a very, very strong base in the tribal area. Anybody who thinks otherwise has not visited the ground often, or is being fooled by different kind of propaganda. BJP is more than strong, and while TIPRA has definitely risen, the TIPRA's rise has come squarely at the cost of IPFT.